broadcast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, a quiet night for many of us, but if you were up or watching the Cubs game, they had a little bit of rain delay earlier near the Chicago area, and then you can see storms up near Kankakee. Big break, though. You should get all the way down until you hit about Effingham, where we've had a lot of rain down there occurring. Portions of Cumberland County over into Clark County there near Casey as well. The good news is a lot of this beginning to fade away tonight. Temperatures low, mid-70s, really warm, really muggy out there still tonight. Out the door in the morning, it's going to be a warm one. Upper 60s to start the day. We're all the way up to the lower 80s by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. More about the heat and humidity coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
It's almost a Band-Aid approach.
But it's better than nothing. How the state is giving small community pharmacies a fighting chance.
Plus, Brent Christensen offered to plead guilty and reveal the location of Ying Zhang's remains, why her family didn't accept the offer.
It's something one city has never had before. What's in the plans for this weekend?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
We have some confidence that we can continue to put money back in our business.
In the midst of rising prescription drug costs and a shrinking number of available pharmacies, local independent pharmacies are getting some extra cash from the state to help them stay in business. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. The state is finally implementing the $10 million Critical Access Pharmacy Program. This was included as part of last year's state budget, but was stalled by then Governor Bruce Rauner. Now the money should be coming through. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is in our newsroom tonight. Jennifer, how does this program work?
Jessica, this money is for critical access pharmacies in counties of fewer than 50,000 people. Today, I talked to an owner of a local pharmacy in Paxton to get their perspective on how this might help. The pharmacy industry is in the midst of a major shift. While Andy Hudson says his family's pharmacy in Paxton isn't in danger of shutting down, he has seen profits plummet.
It's kind of scary when you see your profit on a small amount of prescriptions go down tens of thousands of dollars.
Some locally owned pharmacies are getting pushed out of business.
Our main competition is the insurance companies eroding our profits and having more hurdles to provide care to our patients.
In a news release, State Senator Andy Menard said throughout rural Illinois communities, consumers have experienced skyrocketing drug prices because of the poorly regulated pharmacy benefit manager industry. Those operations craft special deals with large corporate chain stores that small, independent, and locally owned operations can't compete with. The state is giving $10 million spread out to those locally owned and operated pharmacies to give them some relief. Hudson's Drug Shop was told they would receive tens of thousands of dollars. But even though Andy Hudson is grateful for the help, he says it's not a long-term solution.
It's almost a Band-Aid approach, but they are offering the critical access pharmacies money to make up for these losses that we've received through the managed care switchover.
Donna Watson has worked at Hudson's drugstore for 5 years. While small-town pharmacies may be going out of business, she wants to remind people of the benefits of buying local.
At the corporate offices, you don't even know half the people, that you talk to on the phones, or if you have an issue or whatever, you don't even know them. Which here, you tell one of them you have a problem and they're going to get it figured out right away.
Pharmacies are still waiting for that money to be released. When Hudson Drugstore gets it, they plan to expand their business into Champaign with a mobile delivery service and update their technology. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. To put this in perspective, in the past year at Hudson Drugstore, the number of prescriptions filled went up 32%, but their profit went down by 83% because of the changes in pharmacy policies. Marijuana sales boosted tourism in Colorado. Now Springfield officials are preparing for the same. The governor signed the bill yesterday. Pot will be legal starting in January in Illinois. Legal marijuana promises to bring in a lot of money, not just to businesses, but to the city itself. Springfield could add an excise tax of up to 3%. But the mayor says they'll be careful about handing out zoning permits. They want to keep the product away from schools and parks. The mayor also says there will still be a standard of conduct.
So someone can go out and have their fun on Friday, come in Monday, and they test positive, and then they'll be reprimanded.
Government workers caught smoking pot could face more than a reprimand. The first offense, a 30-day suspension. The second, you get fired. The legal limit in Illinois will be 30 grams, just a little over an ounce.
New tonight at 10, a body was found in Decatur this afternoon, and police are investigating what happened. The person was found inside a home near East Williams and Stone Street around 4. Police haven't identified that person or the cause of death. We'll bring you updates when more information is released. We have an update on the Brent Christensen trial. A lawyer for Ying Ying Zhang's family says Christensen offered to plead guilty in exchange for revealing the location of Zhang's body. Her family says it's true, but it's not the whole story. The defense made that offer, but the family didn't trust Christensen to lead them to Zhang's remains because of his history of lies. They said nothing stopped Christensen from pleading guilty during the trial. Instead, he forced the family to experience all of those gruesome details.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office is mourning after one of their own was shot and killed yesterday. 39-year-old Deputy Troy Chisholm was responding to a domestic battery call. The Sheriff's Office says the suspected shooter, 42-year-old Nathan Woodring, had barricaded himself inside a home. That standoff lasted 17 hours. Woodring was eventually taken into custody around 8:30 this morning. Chisholm was a 4-year veteran of the Sheriff's Office there. The sheriff says he leaves behind a long-standing legacy.
Deputy Chisholm dedicated his life to serving his community, which is apparent by the activities that he kept. His legacy and sacrifice will forever be remembered.
The Sheriff's Office says they express their condolences to his family and friends. He was a paramedic with the Fulton County EMA and a member of the West Central Special Response Team. A Central Illinois murder case is being featured on a national podcast. The episode of Criminal came out on Friday. It looks at the case surrounding Amanda Ham, now Amanda Ware. Her 3 children drowned when their car went into Clinton Lake in 2003. The driver, Ham's then-boyfriend, Maurice Lagrone, was convicted of murder. Ham went to prison for child endangerment and was later released. She had 3 more children and lost custody of them. 2 journalists released a book about the drownings earlier this year.
A student worker at a U of I computer lab says a full-time employee sexually harassed her. Happened last week. The student claims they were working when the employee came up behind her and brushed their hand on her shoulder. That person then whispered, "Don't be scared." When the student reported it, she says it was implied this wasn't the first time it's happened. The victim's boyfriend says he confronted that employee and recorded it, but the employee acted like what he did wasn't a big deal.
If we were to reenact this, like if I was to just come up behind you, you unaware, and start rubbing your back and whisper to you, "Don't be scared," does that not invoke the absolute opposite? Like, especially someone that that's not even supposed to be touching you. You're in your workplace. Like, this isn't okay.
The university released a statement about what happened. It says, quote, "We don't discuss pending personnel matters, but the person who created the videotape may have misrepresented himself as a university official." So we'll be looking into that allegation as well. The victim and her boyfriend met with attorneys today. They're trying to decide how to move forward. New at 10, everyone's safe after a house fire in Champaign. It happened near Honeysuckle and Joanne Lanes around 8. It damaged the attic at the entryway of the home. There was a total of $45,000 worth of damage. Investigators are still on scene. No word yet on what started that fire.
One library is trying to break a state record this week. Why reading is the last thing they want you to do with their books.
Plus, it's a first for one city. What's set for the streets of Paxton this weekend?
And the Illini aren't playing for the national baseball title, but there's still a chance for a member of the Big Ten to get it.